10 things you should know before traveling to Japan. In a country with a unique culture like Japan, visitors can feel daunted by the rules and social norms that regulate public life and interpersonal relations. Foreigners visiting Japan are not expected to be familiar with Japanese etiquette, but knowing a few basics will go a long way in helping you adapt to local customs and avoid making cultural gaffes. If you are planning a trip to Japan, here are a few cultural faux pas you should be aware of. Number 1. Don't break the rules of chopstick etiquette in Japan. If you need to put them down, always use the chopstick holder next to your plate. Avoid using your chopsticks to pass food to someone else's chopsticks, as this is another taboo. When sharing dishes, use your chopsticks to take the food and put it on your own plate before eating it. Number 2. Don't wear shoes indoors when visiting Japanese homes and some businesses. If you are visiting a Japanese home, your shoes should be immediately removed once you are through the door. Outdoor shoes are considered unclean, and for this reason, they are replaced with indoor slippers at the entranceway. In this case, slippers are not worn at all. They could damage the straw matting, so make sure your socks match and are free of holes. Number 3. Skipping the line when waiting for trains or anything else in Japan. With that in mind, you should expect to find single file lines anywhere you have to wait for anything. On platforms at train stations, there are lines on the floor indicating where to stand and wait for your train. Needless to say, do wait until passengers have left the train before boarding single file. Number 4. Avoid eating on the go when you're in Japan. In Japan, people do not generally eat or drink on the go. Fast food sold at street stands and stalls is eaten standing up in designated areas, often marked with lines on the pavement. Drinks bought from the many vending machines available in public places are also consumed immediately, and the can or bottle is tossed in the recycling bin next to the machine. Number 5. Don't get into a bathtub before showering first. This traditional Japanese bathtub called furo is often square in shape, and it's smaller yet deeper than a conventional Western tub for this reason. Before slipping into the tub, a thorough scrub is required using a shower or faucet typically located nearby. If visiting a public bath or onsen, the same shower first rule is required before entering the communal bath. Number 6. Don't blow your nose in public. Find a bathroom or another private place if you have to attend to a running nose. This means they have a cold and want to avoid spreading germs and infecting others. You can buy these masks in a variety of colors and patterns, and they are essential. Number 7. Don't leave a tip. Unlike in the US, where tipping is mandatory, Japan does not have a tipping culture, and leaving a tip may even be taken as an insult. Service is included in the bill at restaurants, and even taxi drivers will refuse to have a fare rounded off. Leave a few coins on the table and the waiter will surely run after you to return your forgotten change. Number 8. Avoid loud phone conversations while on public transit in Japan. The Japanese tend to use their mobile phones discreetly and will keep telephone discussions brief and as quiet as possible when in public. When traveling on public transit, many people are busy using their phones to text, listen to music, watch videos, or read, but telephone calls are very rare. If you have to use your phone in a public area, move to a quiet place with few people around. Number 9. Don't point in Japan, and try to avoid raising your voice in anger. Instead of using a finger to point at something, The Japanese use a hand to gently wave at what they would like to indicate. When referring to themselves, people will use their forefinger to touch their nose instead of pointing at themselves. Number 10. Don't pour soy sauce on your rice. In Japan, soy sauce is never poured directly on rice. Always pour soy sauce into the small dish provided specially for this and not directly on your rice or other food. Then use your chopsticks to dip the sushi or sashimi in the sauce. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.